A very good evening to you wherever you are watching us from. My name is Abdrazak Ali. Let's have a look at some of our top stories. Trial begins for Al-Shabaab wives accused of concealing militant husbands in Somalia. Danab Special Forces graduate in preparation for Al-Shabaab battle. Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre holds meeting with UK ambassador. Welcome back to this edition of Dalsan TV English News. My name is Abdrazak Ali. Now, in a highly anticipated court hearing today, Asha Muhyiddin Mahmoud, Qadr Mohammed Ise, Naeemo Hashi Farah, and Zahra Ise Hussein, the wives of Al-Shabaab members in Somalia, appeared before the armed court in Mogadishu.
In a highly anticipated court hearing today, Asha Muhyiddin Mahmoud, Qadr Mohammed Ise, Naeemo Farah Sheikh Don, and Zahra Ise Sheikh Hussein, the wives of prominent Al-Shabaab leaders, appeared before the Armed Forces Court in Somalia. The women faced charges of concealing their husbands' affiliations with the notorious extremist group and providing false information to security agencies. During the proceedings, the accused women openly admitted that their husbands were indeed associated with Al-Shabaab. However, some of them claimed to have had limited knowledge of their spouses' activities initially. They vehemently denied any involvement in supporting or collaborating with their husbands' extremist agenda. The prosecution team presented evidence suggesting that these women had been into accompanying their husbands to remote forest hideouts. It was alleged that the leaders of Al-Shabaab had employed these tactics to shield themselves from authorities. The women were apprehended by security forces while traveling in a vehicle near Kunyabaro area in the Lower Shabelle region. Upon inspection of the vehicle, authorities discovered bags filled with explosives. The driver of the vehicle, who is also implicated in the case, claimed that he had been entrusted with delivering the device to a businessman operating in the Bakara market. The gravity of the charges against the four women has heightened public interest in the outcome of the trial, which is expected to set a significant precedent in the fight against Al-Shabaab in Somalia. The case has shed light on the complex dynamics surrounding the involvement of family members in Al-Shabaab activities. The proceedings have garnered widespread attention, with locals closely monitoring the trial's progress.
Now, over 400 highly trained Danab Special Forces have successfully completed months of rigorous training.
Over 300 recruits of Danab Advanced Infantry Brigade of Somali National Army this week completed intensive basic military training. According to the statement from the U.S. Embassy in Mogadishu, 342 recruits graduate from the Beledogle Military Art Field located in the Lower Shabelle region. Among those who attended in the ceremony were the U.S. Embassy to Somali Church Affairs, Somali Minister of Defense Abdulkadir Mohammed Noor, and Chief of Defense Force Brigadier General Ibrahim Sheikh Muhyiddin Ado. Nixon thanked the recruits for completing the training and their contribution to making Somalis safe from terrorists and other anti-peace elements. The new soldiers joined more than 1,700 Somali National Army Danab, who in the past 12 months have played leading role in the fight against Al-Shabaab and the liberation of more than 100 towns and villages across central Somalia from terrorist groups, violence and extortion.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister of the Federal Government of Somalia, Hamza Abdi Barre, has welcomed the esteemed Ambassador of the United Kingdom to Somalia at his office in Mogadishu. The Prime Minister of the Federal Government of Somalia, Hamza Abdi Barre, welcomed the esteemed Ambassador of the United Kingdom to Somalia, Mike Nisafrianikis, at the office of the Prime Minister. The meeting, marked by a spirit of collaboration and mutual understanding, revolved around vital issues shaping the bilateral relations between the United Kingdom and Somalia, with a particular emphasis on the most recent developments in the nation's security and political landscape. Recognizing the United Kingdom as one of Somalia's foremost development partners, These high-level discussions sought to fortify the ties that bind the two nations together. PM Barre expressed his gratitude for the UK's unwavering support and commitment to Somalia's progress, acknowledging the vital role the UK plays in the country's development initiatives. During the meeting, both leaders engaged in a comprehensive exchange of perspectives, addressing critical matters that have a direct impact on the security and political stability of Somalia. The UK ambassador lauded Somalia's commitment to democratic process and pledged the United Kingdom's continued support in fostering an inclusive political environment. The meeting between PM Barre and Ambassador Nithavrianakis underscored the shared interest and commitment to collaboration between the United Kingdom and Somalia. Meanwhile, the militant group Al-Shabaab has issued a ban on 35 centers operated by the Hormuz Telecom Company in several regions under their control. The Al-Shabaab militant group has issued a ban on 35 centers operated by the Hormuz Telecommunication Company in several regions under their control. The group has reportedly instructed residents in these areas to distance themselves from the company's services and switch to alternative providers. Additionally, all vehicles belonging to the telecom company have been halted from operating within the affected regions. While there has been no official confirmation of a complete shutdown of Hormuz services by Al-Shabaab, reports indicate that tensions have been escalating between the company and the Al-Shabaab leaders. Allegedly, the group has been pressuring Hormuz to cease providing services to government forces' salaries through their mobile phones. However, the company has expressed difficulties in implementing such a measure. The ban imposed by Al-Shabaab on Hormuz centers has had a significant impact on affected regions, resulting in service disruptions and inconveniences for local population. This move by the group is perceived as an attempt to assert control over communication networks and limit the influence of telecom giants in areas under their authority. The Hormuz Telecommunication Company, one of the leading telecom providers in Somalia, has played a crucial role in connecting people across the country and facilitating essential communication services. Its services have been widely utilized by both civilian and government entities, making it a crucial lifeline for many. The situation remains fluid, with the impact of the ban on Hormuz services yet to be fully assessed. Thank you so much for watching Dalsan TV. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Have a lovely evening.